So, you want to unlock everything in the brand new Vampire Survivors DLC, Emerald Diorama. Well, you've come to the right place. Hello and welcome back, goats, to the BigBluePurple channel. Today, Vampire Survivors decided to shadow drop a free DLC for everyone. It's a collab with Square Enix's SaGa franchise. Personally, I'm not familiar with this franchise, but I don't think any of us are going to complain about a bunch of new free Vampire Survivors content. I also just want to preface this by saying there were two kind of parts to this update today. The Coop update, which is like the new original content with achievements and stuff, and the DLC itself, which is separate from that. This video is only going to be covering the DLC unlocks specifically. If you'd like a video on the Coop unlocks as well, let me know in the comments and I might end up making one. There's just way less unlocks in that section of the new stuff, so I imagine most people will just end up doing that on their own anyways. With that out of the way, let's get into the new DLC unlocks. There will be chapters in the description if you're looking for something specific. First, you'll actually have to unlock the DLC. There's going to be a new relic in the Moongalo stage. Make sure you've actually gone and added the DLC to your library on Steam or on whatever console you're on, because even though it's free, it doesn't automatically get downloaded with the update. You're going to have to go add the DLC yourself. So if this isn't showing up for you on Moongalo, just make sure you've actually gone and downloaded the DLC. Also, just like all my other guides, I'll be recommending that you go into your settings, your pause menu, and click the button that says Show Guides. This will make it so there's arrows on your map pointing you in the direction of things. As you can see, there's a new merchant off here to the left. It's that like blue helmet looking icon. So just head over to that, and that NPC will sell you for 50,000 gold the access to the new DLC. When you load into the map for the first time, it'll start you in this Imakoo city section. You'll see that the Coffin is just off to the right from where you start. Very hard to miss, so just head to the right and kill all the enemies surrounding the Coffin in order to open it. This will unlock Tsunanori Alt, your first character for this DLC. Next, I want to go over the second Coffin on the map because it's basically going to require you to complete all the bosses around the map to get to it. And I think getting this done like as quickly as you can is a good idea because it basically makes it so you start spawning in the junction part of the map after you've completed it the first time, and it lets you go to any boss in any order. Your first time playing through the map and getting your first win on it, you're actually going to have to go through the bosses in a set order. It'll have like a blue tether on your character like you're seeing on screen, and you'll have to go to those portals and go do those bosses in that order to actually progress the map. To explain this as simply as possible, just progress the map as intended until you reach this zone called Providence, which is the final area of the map where the final boss is. Instead of spawning the boss in the summon circle there, just head on over to the Coffin, which is going to be to your right in this area. Opening this Coffin will net you Siugnas. Now you're going to want to play as Tsunanori, the character from the first Coffin, get his weapon to level 6 in order to unlock it permanently, and fully evolve it in order to unlock an alternate starting weapon for him, which is going to be important. Weapon evolutions in this particular DLC are very, very easy to get. Only about half of them actually require a passive item to evolve, and the rest of them will effectively just evolve on their own. The way these weapons work is that while your character is swinging them, it has a chance to proc something called a tech, which you can see in the right side of the screen. It keeps saying Crystalline Carve. That is the tech on that weapon. As long as that tech has shown up on your screen at least once, which it definitely will very quickly, you can evolve the weapon, provided you have it at max level. And all of the weapons that evolve with only a tech and no passive will evolve twice. So you'll evolve it, you'll gain a new tech, and then once it does that tech, you'll be able to evolve it again. It may seem a bit confusing at first, but honestly this is the probably easiest to upgrade path weapons in the entire game. Once you evolve his weapon, you'll actually unlock an alternate version of him that allows you to start with a different weapon called the Splashers. Go ahead and get those to level 6 in order to unlock them forever, but also make sure to evolve them in order to unlock the next character, Bonnie. This weapon just needs Spellbinder to evolve, and it will also need to do its tech at some point during the run, but again, that's going to happen automatically. Now you're going to want to play as Bonnie, who you just unlocked, and you're going to be able to grab 2 new items here, because this is actually a double character, and you both level up separately. It like takes turns, so make sure to get the machine gun and the punch both to level 6, and it'll unlock both of those weapons for you in future runs. Both of these weapons are super easy to evolve. You won't need any passives, you just need to proc the tech on both of them. Fully evolving both these weapons will unlock you an alt for Formina, who you've not yet unlocked, and an alt for Bonnie, which starts with kick instead of punch, which you're going to need to unlock Formina. Get the kick to level 6 in order to unlock it permanently, and fully evolve it in order to unlock Formina. To actually evolve the kick, you'll want a Pomerola, which actually drops from one of the bosses on the map, but it shouldn't be too hard to get anyway. Now play as the version of Formina that starts with the Eagle Gun, get it to level 6, and fully evolve it using a Spinach in order to unlock Diva number 5. Play as Diva number 5, get the Super Missile to level 6 to unlock it, and fully evolve it to unlock an alternate version of Diva 5, which you will need. This evolution will not require any passives, and you'll just need the tech. There's actually quite a lot of unlocks tied to Diva number 5, so I'm going to go ahead and go over all of those right now in this section, just to keep it all together. So to get the Paradox and Shanks body types for Diva number 5, you'll need to defeat all bosses in the new stage in a single run while playing as Diva number 5, and one of them requires inverse mode and one of them doesn't. However, I'd recommend just playing on inverse mode, because if you do that, it'll unlock both of them in the same run. If you're having trouble on inverse mode due to the boosted enemy HP, I'd recommend putting some gold eggs into your Diva number 5 to make this a bit easier. Now, during this run where you kill all the bosses, I'd also recommend disabling all other DLCs and all other items that are not from this new DLC, because it wants you to glimmer at least 7 techs while playing as the Retropod Diva 5. And to do this is just, take DLC weapons, and as they fire off, you'll gain techs for them. Keep evolving them, and you'll gain more and more techs from each weapon. It's very easy to get 7 techs, especially if you disable all other weapons from all other DLCs, so that you can only get the new weapons. And this is the exact same situation with the Battle Tank version of Diva number 5. To unlock this, you specifically have to play as the Virginia version, which is the humanoid variant. So play as that, and you actually have to glimmer 11 techs instead of 7, which is going to be a little more difficult to do. So really make sure that you disable all other items that aren't from the DLC, and just keep evolving these new DLC weapons, and you should be able to get 11 techs reasonably easy. During this run where you play as Virginia Diva number 5, you'll also have the opportunity to evolve her weapon, the Twin Dragon, and get it to level 6 as well. Doing this will unlock it permanently in your run, as well as unlocking the Ameya character for evolving it. To actually evolve the Twin Dragon, you're going to want to get Kuroma's Mana, which is going to be on the map for you. So easiest way to do this is obviously to just pick the Mad Groove Arcana, but you can also go and pick it up yourself if you feel like it. Now you'll want to play as Ameya, who you just unlocked, and get her weapon, the Spirit Ring, to level 6 to unlock it permanently, and then go ahead and evolve the Spirit Rings to unlock an alternate version of her, which starts with Intuition. Intuition is basically just like a candy box that lets you pick any DLC weapon as your starting weapon. Now, to actually evolve this Spirit Ring, I was a little confused at first, because as you're seeing in the picture, it looks like you would just evolve it with a tech, since it doesn't show any passive requirements. But what this actually requires is 5 maxed out passives. It doesn't matter which 5 passives you max out, you just have to have 5 of them maxed for the weapon to evolve. Now, for these next 4 weapons, you kind of unlock them all the same way, so I figured they'd just cover them all in one place. 4 of these 6 bosses on the map will drop a weapon, and these are the 4 weapons you're seeing on screen now. In order to unlock them permanently in your run, you're going to need to kill the boss, pick up the weapon, and then evolve it to unlock it permanently. To evolve the Bullova, you will need a Skullomaniac. To evolve the Khukuri, you will need a Parm Aegis. And then to evolve the Glaive and the Flamberge, you'll just need to level them up normally and proc their techs. Now, there is also characters we're going to unlock here in a second that start with a lot of these weapons, so if you want to wait to unlock these and do it after you've already got the character that starts with them, you could always do that as well. It's just probably more than likely at this point that you've picked up these weapons after killing a boss and already probably evolved them by accident. Next, you'll want to play as Siugnas, who, if you recall, is the character we got from the second Coffin earlier in the video. Get his weapon to level 6 to unlock it permanently, and evolve it in order to unlock an alternate starting weapon for him, which we will need. Once again, this is one of those evolutions where you will not need any items, you just need to proc the tech. Now play as the version of Siugnas that starts with Sanguine Star, which you would have just unlocked. Evolve it using a gold mask, and that will unlock you Intuition in future runs. Now, these next 6 unlocks we're going to go over all require that you beat one of these 6 bosses on the map in inverse difficulty. Kugutsu is the easiest of the 6 to unlock because you don't have to play as any specific character to unlock him. You just need to defeat the boss in Miyako City, which if you're playing on inverse mode is going to be directly south of you when you spawn. The remaining 5 of these will require that you play as a particular DLC character when you defeat the boss on inverse mode. In this case, you'll need to play as Tsunanori and defeat the boss in the Pultra Zone. If you're playing on inverse, this is going to be in the bottom left of the map. Next up, to unlock Macha, you'll need to play as Ameya and defeat the Iron Maiden in inverse mode. This is located at the top right of the map in Avalon, again when you're in inverse mode. Next, to get the final Emperor, you just need to play as Bonnie or Formina and defeat the demon form of the final Emperor, which is in the Grelin location, which is the top left of the map in inverse mode like you're seeing on screen. To get Dolores, go ahead and play as Siugnas, the character from the second Coffin, and defeat the boss in the Yomi location, which you're seeing on screen now. Again, in inverse mode, this is going to be the bottom right. And then finally, to unlock Mr.S, you'll need to play as Diva number 5 and defeat the boss located directly north of where you spawn in inverse mode. You'll have already completed this if you did all bosses with Diva number 5 in inverse mode earlier for the earlier unlock. For our final non-secret unlock, the Emerald Rapture, you're going to need to play as a character that can fly. I chose Malthus from the Castlevania DLC, and you're going to need to fly to this part on the map you're seeing on screen. It's this skull directly south of where you spawn. It'll be directly north of you instead if you're playing in inverse mode, but you don't have to do this. And then there's going to be a red circle here you can stand in to actually summon the boss. Go ahead and kill it real quick. It's a very, very easy boss compared to the other ones in the level. Once you kill it, it'll drop the Emerald Rapture, and you'll need to actually evolve the thing in order to keep it in future runs. You'll just need a crown to evolve it, which is already on the map for you, so feel free to just use Mad Groove to get that nice and easy. Now that covers all of the basic unlocks for this new DLC. However, there are actually 4 secret unlocks this time around as well, so we're going to go ahead and cover those right now. By far the easiest secret this time around is to defy the call to adventure in Emerald Diorama, and in order to do this, literally all you have to do is load into the map and instantly quit out. Provided that you've already beaten the map once and you start in the area with all the portals, as long as you quit out here, you will get that achievement and that secret, and you'll be done with it. For this next secret, it wants you to gather a large amount of cats, basically, and to do this, you want to play as Ameya, the new character who starts with spirit rings, and then you want to get the Gata Armati weapon as well, which is like the cat weapon, and you want to max evolve both her own weapon and that cat weapon in a single run, and it'll unlock this character for you. For the third secret, you need to end anguish with an otherworldly melody as the greatest mechanical songstress. I actually found this one pretty easy to figure out. Just play as Diva number 5, particularly the humanoid version of her, and then go ahead and grab Song of Mana and max evolve it. Once you have it, head to the final boss, the boss that's directly south on normal mode, or directly north on inverse mode, depending on which one you're playing, and just kill that boss using the evolved Song of Mana, and that will unlock you this character. And for our final secret here, you'll need to play as the final Emperor, and head to the bottom right side of the map. If you're playing on inverse, it'll actually be the top left side of the map, but there's no need to for this. Just play on normal, go to the bottom right. This will take you to the Grelin area, and you'll need to actually kill the boss in this zone while he's frozen in order to unlock this secret. There's a few ways to do this. You could take weapons that freeze enemies. You can get lucky and pick up one of those clocks that just freezes time like I did and kill him during that in order to unlock it. You just have to make sure the boss is frozen when you kill him. As you can see in this clip here, I get fortunate enough to pick up one of those clock items that freezes time, and then I just shred him down and kill him, and that gives me the secret unlock. And there you have it. That's how you unlock every single unlock in the brand new Vampire Survivors DLC that they just gave out for free today. I hope this video helped you in unlocking everything this time around. And again, if you want to see a video about the Coop update stuff particularly, let me know in the comments. I wouldn't mind making one. It's going to be a much shorter video than this one because there's not a lot of unlocks, but I figure most people are going to do that on their own anyway. Anyways, remember to drop a like on the video, but only if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the BigBluePurple channel if you're not already. Also, if I happen to miss anything in this guide, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Keep in mind this is a day 1 guide, like the DLC just came out today, so I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible for the people who need it. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.